I wasn't looking for love. Not even a little bit. Life had already shown me how temporary people can be. One minute they're promising forever. The next they're just another name you don't say out loud anymore. So I learned how to move differently. I kept things light. No expectations. No emotional risks. I smiled, but I didn't mean it. I talked, but I didn't open up. Love felt like a gamble I couldn't afford to lose again. Then she walked into my life on the most ordinary day possible. No dramatic moment. No background music. Just a simple conversation that somehow felt easy. Too easy. Like my heart recognized her before my mind could catch up. She didn't push. Didn't pry. She just listened. And that alone felt dangerous. We talked about random things at first. Music, work, life. But even the small talk felt different. Comfortable. Safe. I caught myself looking forward to hearing from her. And that scared me more than I wanted to admit. Because hope is a risky thing. Still, I told myself it was nothing. Just a passing connection. Something that would fade on its own. I'd seen that story before. I just didn't realize this time. The story was only beginning. What started as casual conversations slowly turned into something deeper. Texts turned into calls. Calls turned into late-night talks where time stopped meaning anything. Midnight came and went, and neither of us wanted to be the one to hang up. She asked real questions. The kind people avoid because the answers aren't always pretty. And somehow, I found myself answering honestly, telling her things I usually kept locked away. She laughed in a way that made everything feel lighter. And when she listened, it felt like she actually heard me. Not just the words, but what was underneath them. Without realizing it, I started opening doors I swore I'd keep closed. I started checking my phone more, smiling at messages like I didn't care who noticed. And that's when it hit me. I was catching feelings. Deep ones. And feelings come with fear. Because once you care, you can lose. Once you let someone in, they can leave. I tried to slow it down. Tried to stay guarded. But you can't control something that feels right. She wasn't perfect. Neither was I. But with her, perfection didn't matter. And that made it even harder to pull away. The change didn't happen suddenly. That's the worst part. Replies took longer. Conversations felt lighter. The depth we once had started slipping away, and I couldn't tell if it was real or just in my head. I told myself not to overthink it. People get busy. Life happens. But my gut knew something was different. I started replaying old messages, wondering if I said something wrong, if I cared too much, if I leaned in too fast. Silence has a way of making you question everything. Some days she felt close, other days miles away, and I didn't ask, because sometimes the fear of the answer is louder than the need for clarity. I pulled back a little, not because I wanted to, but because protecting my heart felt safer than reaching out and feeling ignored. Love doesn't always end with a goodbye. Sometimes it fades quietly, leaving you stuck between hope and reality. And that space hurts the most. There came a moment when I had to face the truth. I couldn't keep pretending I was okay. Carrying feelings without knowing where I stood was exhausting. Loving someone silently feels heavier than heartbreak. One night, the silence felt unbearable. I almost walked away, almost convinced myself that letting go would hurt less than holding on, almost chose distance over disappointment. But love doesn't work like logic. We finally talked, really talked. No masks, no pretending, just honesty, messy, uncomfortable honesty. And in that conversation, I realized something important. She wasn't pulling away because she didn't care. She was scared too. Scared of falling. Scared of getting hurt. Scared of losing herself in something real. That night didn't fix everything, but it cracked the wall between us. And sometimes, that's enough to let the light in. Love didn't arrive with fireworks. It arrived quietly and stayed. We weren't perfect after that. We still had doubts, still had fears. But now, we chose to face them together instead of alone. I learned that love isn't about grand gestures or constant certainty. It's about choosing someone even when you're unsure, even when you're scared. She didn't save me. I didn't complete her. We just found comfort in each other. And maybe that's what love really is. Not something that fixes everything, but something that makes everything feel a little less heavy. I didn't believe in love once. Now I do. Because of her.